Oh God. Okay, well, forget it.
We got the scoop that you want and got the platform you need. You bout your passion, making it happen, showing you off in these streets. It's the talk of the streets. Streets talk for the streets. It's the talk of the streets. Streets talk for the street. Empowering communities, encouraging to do your thing. You bout your purpose, make you work the faith's the only thing you need. It's the talk of the streets. Streets talk for the streets. It's the talk of the streets. Streets talk for the streets. It's the talk of the streets. One of the best you can bet. Community conversation and we support some of the best. We put them on so they can know the DMV ain't gonna rest. When it comes to media, talk of the street, one of the best. It's the talk of the streets. Street talk for the streets. All the owners, go get us and we got what you need. You can be what you be. Go on and be about your dreams. Somebody right around the corner saying that could be me. It's the talk of the streets. Street talk for the streets.
What's going on, everybody? Listen, woo! We are back, season 6, y'all. Episode 1 of Talk of the Streets, y'all. I got the street talk for the streets, you already know. And hopefully you have tuned in to our pre-show that was on YouTube Live, okay, where I introduced the guest that I'm going to have here tonight. So things are a little different. I just want to make sure that we get you updated. So we are back on Comcast 95. If you're watching for Verizon 36. I am Lady CEO, and I have my guest here with me tonight, Minister Travis, Travis TJ Woods, okay? And so tonight we are going to just get into who he is and what he has going on. In about 30 minutes, the screen may go a little dark in preparing for the next interview. There isn't going to be any interview commercials in between. However, I'm going to shout some businesses out, shout some people out in between the interview, okay? So I just wanted to update you from what you're used to seeing on Talk of the Streetz Entertainment, all right? So thank you for being here. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Yes. Grateful. So tell people a little bit about who you are and what it is you do.
Woo!
Yeah? Give it to us.
Wow. Well, my full name is Travis Woods Jr.
Okay.
Travis Lavanza Woods Jr.
Okay. Get it right. That's right.
But a lot of people on the streets call me Minister TJ, and church call me Minister TJ. I'm just somebody who just really love God and just try to be real and just honest and transparent about my walk, about my life, and just impacting the community. I just want to see lives transform. Yeah. And no matter what you're going through, no matter what's going on right now, I really believe that God can restore your life.
Absolutely.
I really believe God can transform your life no matter what you have done, no matter what you got going on.
Right. He done used some of the best of them, didn't he? Some of the worst of them.
That's right. I'm telling you.
100%. Yeah.
But keep it real at the same time, not religious. Mm-hmm. And just honest and transparent. So I'm somebody who years ago we celebrated 10 years of our nonprofit youth impact. Yeah, and so it's going on 11 years now. Last year was 10 years.
Okay.
It was really because I saw a need for you to impact young people.
Gotcha.
We are an organization that really believe in building relationships with youth.
Yeah.
And the mission is to decrease crime, truancy, and the dropout rate by connecting youth to positive organizations.
Okay.
And our goal is to really just build relationships with them, be transparent with them, they be transparent with us, and just point them in the right direction.
Yeah.
And we started it just because I really believe that when I say building relationships with our is capitalized because it's O-U-R, because I really believe it's not just my youth or your youth. We in this thing together.
Come on now.
We building relationships to really get them to understand that people care about them.
Yeah.
People have their back.
Yeah.
And they can talk to people. So that's what we. So on top of that, I've done a lot of other things, of course.
Yes.
And I work different places in the mental health field and for the city of Richmond and so forth. And I've been married for going on 19 years.
A blessing.
I just want to say 20 because next year will be 20. I'm just jumping ahead. But I don't want to say 20. So This year, November 20th, will be 19 years.
That's
we have
beautiful.
3 beautiful children, Destiny, Trinity, and Serenity.
Okay.
And they the love of our lives. My wife, Latasha Woods, who's at home with the kids, fixing dinner and so forth. So I'm just grateful. I'm living my dream.
That's right.
You know, no matter what.
Glory be to God, y'all.
Yeah. Just no matter what goes on. Like I tell people, you know, they say they're having a rough day. I said, you make it right.
Come
on.
You
know, like you got to make your day good. You know, because it's all about a mindset. No matter what you go through, no matter what happens, you make your day, you know, good. It's all about how you think about it. You could be going through some crazy stuff. You know, so so that's who I am. I'm one of the ministers at Mount Gilead Full Gospel International Ministries. I'm under the leadership of Bishop Daniel Robinson Jr., co-pastor Lena Robinson.
Yeah, shout out to Mount Gilead.
Shout out to the Gileadites. Gilead type. So we excited. We
wait a minute. Did you say the Gileadites, the Gilead type?
The Gilead type.
You better go ahead now. Okay.
Yeah, that was our theme for this past anniversary.
I love it.
Yeah, the Gilead type. The bishop preached his message one time, real quick. He preached his message one time that actually was at a homegoing celebration. And he started talking about how the man that had passed away, he was a prototype of the ministry. And I feel like that's where it kind of stemmed from, and then they used that, you know, throughout the rest of the year and for the anniversary. So we really believe in, you know, everything that's on the ministry is on our life, from God's house to our house. And like we just excited. We just excited what God is doing.
Well, it's a blessing. It's a blessing, and thank you for your service to the community, to our youth, right? The babies. That matters. You were speaking about building that rapport with the children, and that's truly important. You know, I have a 16-year-old, 13-year-old, and a 5-year-old. I done started over, you know, and me and their father always talk about how we want them to be able to come to us and talk to us about anything. So hearing you say that, that's number one of the top priorities for you, is to create that type of environment. That's truly important, because if the children aren't talking to you, you want to make sure that they have someone to talk to.
That's right.
You know, and so I attended a couple of your meetings, right? Coffee and conversations. It's a few of us that get together during coffee and conversations, but I want you to tell the people how they can get involved, how they can support, and what Coffee and Conversations is about.
Coffee and Conversations with youth pastors and community leaders, we started around about 2014. And we just wanted to, you know, my heart was just to get people around the table. And, you know, I didn't want it to be another meeting. I really wanted to be conversational. And we just wanted to just really get to the heartbeat of what's going on, you know, for them to network, for them to get to know each other, to talk about a topic. And really, because I really believe, because really, again, started off with youth pastor. I really believe being a youth pastor can be challenging, because people just look at youth pastors sometimes as just, you know, they just babysitting, or they the youth pastor, you know. And it is a big assignment.
It is.
You know, and because people don't know, a lot of times the youth pastor of the church, they do a variety of different things. They just not catering to the kids. Sometimes they run the media ministry, they run the sound, you know, they clean it up, you know, because you know, if they working full time, they have different hats. Because a lot of times because of that gifts as well, they're gifted. So I really believe that this environment has been, you know, conducive to, you know, things that's going on in the ministry. And not only that, how can we connect our youth pastors to the community? So the vision is to get the youth pastors and the community leaders to work together. You know, and to really have that conversation and talk about how they can work together, how they can continue to impact. Because I really believe we need each other.
Absolutely.
You know? And
100%.
You know, so I really believe that young people at this moment in time are lost, a lot of them, and it's the church's responsibility to take that responsibility and be assigned to these communities and these young people to really disciple them, you know, and that's what it was all about. So now, after all these years just talking and we getting to know each other, I had like a aha moment, like, oh God, this is what you really want to be, you know, for us to really, because especially when the shootings kind of really went to a whole nother level, and I would even say, even especially the graduation shooting really opened my eyes up to some things, and I was like, we really got to take this thing serious.
Yeah.
And again, not to be religious, it's about building relationships.
Absolutely.
You know, and to be honest and transparent and so forth. So that's what Coffee Conversation is all about. It's just a platform, a space for people to come and talk and have some coffee, have some breakfast. I appreciate you coming for the past.
Listen, you can always count on me to be there. Absolutely.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So if the members that are, our viewers that are tuning in tonight, if they wanted to just come and join us and get some more information, how could they connect with you about Coffee and Conversations?
They can go to the website, youthimpactrva.org. I normally have the flyer up there. I don't have the flyer for the next one just yet, so we're looking at around about September 30th.
Stay connected. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I work with, thank God for the YMCA, downtown YMCA. They've been allowing us to host it there before they start our renovation.
Yeah.
So they've been so gracious, and I appreciate all the staff there, especially Rosemary, who's the executive director.
Yeah, met her. Shout out to Rosemary.
Rosemary, she's phenomenal. And so it's an opportunity for us to be in that space. So I'm looking at September 30th, but just keep focused and connected to our social media, Youth Impact, social media on Facebook and Instagram, and also Travis Woods. They ain't let me change my name on Facebook. So it's Travis Woods on Facebook.
Hey, that's time. We gotta do something about that. We gotta do something about that. Yeah.
But just make sure you stay tuned, because we got a lot more things that's gonna be happening, and Coffee Conversations is just, again, a good opportunity for you to share your heart and get together. And I know she's very vocal. She come and talk and share, enlightenment. So we just excited about what God is doing.
Absolutely. Yeah. And again, that website is youthimpactrva.org.
Yep.
.org, y'all. So make sure that you check that out. So Minister TJ, let's talk about some of the challenging situations that is taking place in our community today. And you, with your experience, how can we bind together as the community to help out? What do you see that we are lacking or missing in regards to making that impact?
Unity. I've been doing this for over 20 years.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I work in governmental systems. I've just been volunteering and doing things in the community for a long time.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, for some reason, it's a hard time. It's a challenging time, or a challenge, I should say, for people to really come together in unity.
Yeah.
And that's what I believe that I'm called to bridge the gap. We just really just need to humble ourselves.
Yes.
I would say that's the first principle.
Yes.
I would say, humble ourselves. Let us, understand this is not about us.
That's right.
Even when I, work different places, and I quickly recognize people think it's about them.
Yeah.
Versus the vision of the company. And I'm like, hold up. This is not your company. This is, wherever I work.
Yeah, this is God's company, for real.
I know.
Okay.
So we just need to jump on board with the vision.
Yeah.
And I understand that when those egos get in place and pride get in place, people suffer even more.
Yeah.
And we got to understand that wherever you work, no matter where you work, if you are working in public service or human services, you got to understand it's called human service for a reason.
Come on.
It's called public service for a reason. It's for the people.
Yes.
And we get caught up with our egos and our mindsets and our biases, and forget that we're here for the people. Even in church.
Yep.
I'll be honest. Even in church, we forget that we're here to preach the gospel, to love on people. We get to judging people and look the way people smell, the way people look, all this stuff. And I'm just like, no. The Bible says, "Come as they are." That's what they're supposed to come in.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm telling you. That's why I see in the church. That's why I see. And I grew up. I'm in church all my life.
Yeah.
So anybody talk about church, trust me, I know about church.
In and out, right?
Yeah. I grew up in church. I was born, and I'm still there. And I understand. And I've been working with organizations like For Richmond. Used to be called Bless RVA. That's called For Richmond.
Yeah.
Their assignment and goal is to bring churches together.
Okay.
And thank God for organizations like that they focus on that. Big shout out to Matt, Anna Shank, who is the leaders for that. So we just, if you want to know what we can do in the community, we need to unify.
Come on.
Everybody needs. I don't care if you work in governmental systems. I don't care where you work. you gotta humble yourself, become meek, and wanna connect with those people. And listen, if somebody else do it better than your organization, hey, partner with. I'm big on partnership.
Listen,
it make my job easier.
Come on now, so, especially in the areas that you're weak in.
Exactly.
You know, and
exactly.
you have to be able to accept that. I say that all the time. One of the greatest strengths about yourself is when you can internalize your weaknesses.
That's right.
When you know where you're weak at, so you can bring somebody on to support you. I think that's so important.
Yeah, that's a part of humbling yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and hey, you know, we got to understand that we're here for a purpose.
Yeah. An
assignment on earth. You know, and understand. I want everybody to hear me. Earth is temporary.
Come on. Remember again? Earth is temporary.
Earth is temporary.
Yes.
You need to do what you need to. I asked somebody today, a gentleman I was talking to, I said, what are you doing with the breath you taking right now?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing with the breaths you taking right now?
Oh,
are you
going to take advantage
of it? Or are you on renege on the breath you taking right now?
Yeah.
Are you going to fulfill your purpose? Are you going to fulfill your assignment? Or are you going to just renege and just, you know, do something else?
Yeah.
You know, do what you're supposed to do. So, yeah.
So Minister TJ Woods is challenging us to humble ourselves, right? And to join together so we can make a difference out here, continue making a difference out here in this community.
Yeah.
So, you know, again, make sure that you connect with him at youthimpactrva.org to get connected with his mission. You know, follow up with some programs. And one program that we're getting ready to talk about now is the dance program.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. So tell us about the dance program and let us know, you know, what that is all about, how children can participate, how families can engage.
Wow. I wish my wife was here to talk to you guys, but I'm telling you, I am so proud of her. You know, I am so amazingly proud of her.
Yeah.
I've been challenging her, you know, and if you know anything about me, I challenge you in a loving kind of way, and sometimes I'm firm, and sometimes, so it's, you know, it hasn't been easy being married to somebody like me who kind of like just been doing this, you know, and I'm like, you know, so, but we've been, let me just say this real quick, we've been doing ATR for over 10 years, a whole 10 years.
Okay.
Going on 11 years. We started out at the first big youth conference, Youth Impact Youth Conference, and we did the fashion shows and so forth. Now we've done that multiple years. Now this thing has evolved into just a solid community organization. But more so, it's like a pillar in the community now.
Yeah. Come on, won't he do it?
Yeah. It's like a pillar in the community now, because thank God, big shout out to Next Up RVA.
Yes, shout out to Next Up.
Big shout out, because we've partnered with them before the pandemic. Then the pandemic happened, of course, and we was doing after school activities with RPS before the pandemic, and then after the pandemic, this was our first time this summer we actually partnered with them again, and we was able to offer young people, you know, scholarships to come to ATR Dance. So now it's called ATR Dance Experience. ATR Dance Experience, and we was able to actually, you know, provide scholarships for them to come. All students, RVA students between the ages of 12 to 17. We actually was at Liberation Church, and we was able to offer those scholarships for them to participate. So ATR Dance Experience is something where my wife Latasha Woods, is the visionary from ages actually 5 to 18.
Okay.
Since we launched it a year ago, last summer was our first summer camp, and we actually since that time have done things such as Virginia Union Homecoming and Parade.
Wow.
We've done 2 shows. We done one at Christmas time, and also one during a spring production.
Okay.
And they actually was a part of our 10-year anniversary banquet.
Okay.
It was a formal banquet. They was a part of that, and danced phenomenally. And we've had different instructors such as Miss Joy Watson she was Miss VSU last year.
Wow.
She was one of the instructors, and also another young lady, her name escaped me, from VSU. She's still with us actually, and she was one of the instructors. last fall. Now she's back this fall, and she was a part of us this past summer.
That's powerful.
Yeah. So because my wife was a Essence of Troy dancers at Virginia State University.
Okay.
Big shout out to Virginia State.
Yeah, big shout out.
Because that's where I graduated from as well. So
okay, come on for the Trojans in the room.
Yeah, Trojans.
Come on now.
Yeah. So ATR Dance Experience was birthed out of just a hunger for young people to be able to demonstrate the performance of arts or experience that, and to teach ballet, tap, all the different dances, liturgical, like
you say all of them,
and the like the HBCU experience, band experience.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, baton and majorette, all that stuff.
Yeah.
They actually, my wife and the different instructors, all of that. So we excited.
Yeah.
This fall we believe in. We partner again with Next Up RVA.
Okay.
And we're leaving to really do it big.
Yeah.
We actually we about to sign the contract to be at VCU this year. And
God is moving.
Yeah,
I love it.
At VCU, a space at VCU, and also we have 2 locations. One location is in Chesterfield. We partner with man, I can't think of that name right now.
Charge it to his head, not his heart. Charge it to his head, not his heart.
It's in Chesterfield. Just go to the website, atrdanceexperience.com. atrdanceexperience.com.
What does ATR stand for?
Anoint the runway.
You better.
Anoint the runway.
You better anoint the runway.
Yes.
Okay. And so I heard you mention sponsorships for the children. Now, are the sponsorships so they can attend the program, or are they? How does that work?
So through the partnership with Next Up, we are able to offer them free tuition for the dance experience.
So get connected with Next Up, you all.
Yeah, big shout out to them, because that's what it's all about, to actually fulfill our mission, their mission, to really connect with young people, get them off the streets and empower them.
Yeah.
So it was so awesome. This past summer, we partnered with, we was able to partner with the Boys and Girls Club, and again, some community youth as well, to get them off the streets and be connected with our organization and go through the different routines. So, it was just an awesome opportunity for us to impact the young people.
Just blessed.
Yeah.
Listen, I really wanted to, I'm happy to have you on. I'm glad that you allowed me to show you off. Here in Virginia, a lot of our children, right, they are starting to go back to school.
Yeah.
Your children started school already?
Yeah, today.
So they're in school today. I know the governor's school in Petersburg actually starts tomorrow. Richmond goes back to school Monday.
Yeah.
And Petersburg and the surrounding counties, they go back to school the last week of August. So we're a little bit chopped up, this school year, but we're making it work. Okay, shout out to all the parents out there. I know the children have been driving you just a little crazy. I've been praying for you. Yeah, I've been praying for you. But it's an honor to have you here, as business owner of the block. But most importantly to me, you are an RVA superhero because of the work that you do out in the community. It's not just business, it's purpose. And, as the purpose pusher, I want to make sure that I give you your flowers now.
Oh, man.
100%.
Praise God. That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, Minister Woods is a phenomenal individual, you all, and he's talked about a lot of different things that he has going on that you all can participate in. He's given a lot of wisdom here, a lot of knowledge, okay? So, and I want you to make sure that you get connected to youthimpactrva.org. Make sure that you sign those babies up and have them experience the ATR dance experience.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay?
Yeah.
Anoint the runway. All right, because that's what it's all about. Okay, and so before we get out of here, I just want to allow you some time to let the people know how they can contact you, again, how they can sign the children up for the programs, and how they can support Coffee and Conversations.
So the best way, again, is our website, again, youthimpactrva.org. My wife's website, if you want to sign the babies up, again, the ages are 5 to 18. I would say for those ages 12 to 17, the sponsorships or the scholarships are for those individuals, 12 to 17, that's supported by Next Up. But you can go to atrdanceexperience.com, atrdanceexperience.com. Again, for those who may not be meet the criteria for the actual sponsorships or the scholarships, you can actually, it's a low cost, and I don't really know what it is. It's on the website, but it's a low. My wife, we make sure we keep everything low.
That's right.
To be a blessing to the community.
Yeah, that's I was about to say.
And it runs actually from the middle of September, I think around about September 20, like third Monday in September, all the way to the end of November.
Oh wow!
And we have classes.
That's a full semester.
Yeah, classes every week, and we always in with some type of recital or production. Big shout out to Virginia Union. Last year we was at Virginia Union. We believe in God this year. Hopefully we'll be at VCU doing something.
Oh, touching agreeing with you.
we gonna put in for that. But just keep following us. You can follow ATR Dance Experience on Instagram, on the again the website atrdanceexperience.com. To keep in contact, my wife and I, Latasha Woods, and again, I would just if I got a minute or two, I would just encourage parents to really because I do a show on social media.
That's right. Tell me about your show.
Unfiltered Conversations with Minister TJ every Thursday at 7:30 on Instagram and YouTube and also Facebook. And God leading me to really do a show this Thursday about how to protect your children spiritually. And it's so key because I would just say in a minute or two that the environment that you place your children in is so important, that you're cognitive of what environment you place them in.
That's right.
And to protect them. And unfortunately, sometimes when they go to school, no matter where you go. You know, my kids go to Christian school. Sometimes it's challenging up in there. Yeah. So it don't matter what school you go, because people, are people, right? But at the same time, your environment, that where your kids are, you have to build them up at home spiritually. That's right. You have to keep them. Every opportunity you get, especially when it's corporate worship. That's why church is so important. So many people. Don't take that kids to church. Yeah. Don't take that kids to church. And that corporate worship, don't forsake the assembly of the people. Like, it's important to take your kids in a corporate worship environment where the presence of God is there and a word can be preached and ministered to your kids and your whole family. That's right. So again, I encourage you to cover them in prayer, cover them with the word, and so forth.
Okay. Well, we got production in the room tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, let us know.
Yeah.
So again, your show happens Thursdays.
Thursdays at 7:30 on YouTube, Instagram. My Instagram is TEE_JAY_Woods. And then Facebook is Travis Woods, and YouTube. Just go to the YouTube channel, TJ Woods, TJ Woods. just check it out. Yeah. And also, make sure that you stay connected to us online for Facebook, Instagram, our YouTube. I'm going to make sure that I put his information down below. You can also check the site at talkofthestreets.net. That's Talk of the Streets with a Z. You can find Minister TJ Woods' information on any one of those platforms tonight. Okay. Again, I just want to thank you. Thank you. All right, here are your spiritual flowers. Oh, thank you. I receive. Yo, listen. Okay, 100%. And thank you for being on the show tonight. Yes. Make sure that you send me any content information about what you have going on so I can share it with the audience. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Y'all, we will be back soon with our next guest. All right, we have Miss Yoshi in the house, baby. So for now, just tune in to the jingle, baby. You already know.
That you want and got the platform you need. You bout your passion, making it happen, showing you off in these streets. It's the talk of the streets. Streets talk for the streets. It's the talk of the streets. Streets talk.
We was in there talking, baby.
We got the scoop that you want and got the platform you need. You bout your passion, making it happen, showing you off in these streets. It's the talk of the streets. Streets talk for the streets. It's the talk of the streets. Streets talk for the streets. Empowering communities, encouraging to do your thing. You bout your purpose, make it worth the faith's the only thing you need. It's the talk of the streets. Streets talk for the streets. It's the talk of the streets. Streets talk for the streets. It's the talk of the streets. One of the best you can bet. Community conversation and we support some of the best. We put them on so they can know the DMV ain't gonna rest. When it comes to media, talk of the street, one of the best. It's the talk of the streets. Street talk for the streets. We got what you need. You can be what you be. Go on and be about your dreams. Somebody right around the corner saying that could be me. It's the talk of the streets. Street talk for the streets.
What's going on, everybody? Listen, so this is segment 2, y'all. Thank you for staying tuned. If you have stayed tuned, I just welcome you. I thank you for celebrating this fifth year with us. Thank you for tuning in to episode 1 tonight, y'all. Listen, if you can, make sure that you share the news with somebody. If you have a product, a program, a project, or service that you would like for me to shout out, make sure that you connect with me at Talk Up the Streets. That's talkupthestreets with a Z.net. Share your information and I'll be sure to include it into our segments, okay? I cannot wait to show you off. But tonight, I have my second interview in the room, okay? And I have with us tonight Miss Yoshi. Yes, from Yoshi Kidz Academy. Yes. And she is accompanied by the VP, Miss Latoya Perkins is in the room, y'all.
That's right.
Yes.
Awesome.
So, you know, listen, if you one of the old folks in the room tuned in tonight, then you know me and Miss Yoshi go way back. You know, yes. So you already know she was gonna have her feature on this show, okay? So we can let the community know about the amazing things her program is doing. And it's phenomenal, and I'm honored to be a part of it as well. Yes. It ain't about me tonight though, it's about her and what it is she has to show off, okay? So without further ado,
like I know you say that is not about you, but you know what? It's really about everybody that's putting into it, right?
Glory be to God.
So because this is not a Miss Yoshi thing. Like it wouldn't even be possible without the board, which is a member of the board. So it wouldn't even be possible. So it's not even about Miss Yoshi. It's about our youth, right?
Come on,
our youth, and about everyone that's bringing it together to make it happen.
Come on,
that's how I see it, right?
You already know. She said it. That's what it is.
Okay, so it's about all of us, and it's about you guys too out there. Like, what can we all do as a community to help our youth?
Come on,
to help grow our youth. So it's not a one person show at all. Right. It might be called Yoshi Kidz, but it is not. But it is not a one person show. It is a joint effort, right? And that's what one of the things that I really, really love about Yoshi Kidz Youth Academy is that it is a joint effort. And so
it has always been, actually.
Yes,
always been.
So I guess you want me to speak a bit about what we are, all that fun stuff, right?
Because you already know. She just took the show over and it's her. You understand what I'm saying? And one thing I do want to say though is that, you know, before this interview we had on Minister Travis Woods, and the thing that I love about you both is that you have something. You've been purposed to deliver and serve into the earth, and it is about our youth, okay? And they are our future. And it's so important that programs like what you have and what he has exist. It's so important because you know you can be one of the best parents in the world, right? Your kids can come and talk to you about whatever it is they want to talk to you about. But it is nothing like having that support system outside of the home. Mm-hmm. It is nothing like, you know, having that another adult that your child can talk to, you know, and receive that unbiased opinion, you know, whenever it's needed. And so that's what you personally have done for me. You know, because my daughter, she's 16 now. And she has been a part of Yoshi Kidz program since she was 6, 7. It's been a long time. Don't add our ages up in that. Right, okay? Right. Mind your business. But you know, she's grown up with the program, and also Miss Latoya was around then too, teaching the babies how to model, and she still is. And so you know, it's a collective issue. And Minister Woods, he talked a lot about togetherness and unity and humbling ourselves, so we can just become these intricate pieces of the puzzle and operate as this well-oiled machine. And so I just want to give you your flowers, like for real, because you know you're needed, and I thank you for being obedient on this path that God has given you. Because if you could have easily said, no, I'm gonna just, you know, teach in the schools, because she's a teacher too, you know, in the public school systems, and so you could have easily just said, I'm just gonna do that. But now you was like, I'm gonna do what I feel purpose to do. I'm gonna create this avenue. So thank you for that. You should have some clapping hands. I love it.
I love how you mention, you know, that it is something that's needed, and young girls and young boys need those types of mentors and things like that, things that we provide at Yoshi Kidz Youth Academy. And that's kind of my story, and like how it even began, or how even the vision came to life that way. Because I'm not going to go all into like my home life when I was young, but a lot of the things that happened in my childhood is because I kind of didn't really have a mentor, and I really didn't have, you know, a lot of things. I wanted, you know, to go to dance class and do all these wonderful things, and honestly, I wasn't really able to. We didn't even really have a car to get there. Listen. So I'm like, no, like there has to be something that's, you know, quality, right? Something that's with some quality that our young people can go to, and so that they can feel like they are somebody. You know, I preach a lot about, you know, people having gifts. Like my gift is dance, and that's not everybody's, right?
Absolutely not. That's right.
So like in the Yoshi Kidz Youth Academy, like we're not just focused on performing arts and dance. It's a lot of different things as well, because we try to tap into those individual gifts that God has given our youth, right? We want them to notice and know what it is that they want and enjoy and are good at, and pursue that later in their lives, and to start early, right? So that's one of the things, is the kidpreneurship part in which our lovely
glory be to God,
right? She's our kidpreneurship facilitator. So that's very important, knowing what it is that you like, because my thing is, you know, idle minds breed, I say stupidity, but we can say, you know, idle minds. Right, I keep it real, right? Yeah. But I know that the correct saying is idle minds is the devil's workshop, right? And which that is very true. Yeah. So we try to keep them busy, keep them interested in things, figure out what it is that they enjoy, right? What it is that they like, and they can take off running with that. You know, so that's one of the parts we focus on. Actually, it's probably like 5 or 6 of them, but there's a lot of things we focus on. One being kidpreneurship, one being confidence. That's a really, really big one. Do you guys know how much a kid could do if they know themselves and they are confident in themselves?
Talk about it.
It is absolutely amazing, and so we try to tap into that. For the confidence piece, and Miss Latoya is our confidence coach. Along with our president of the board, she's also our confidence coach. If you want to speak a little bit about that portion.
Yeah, absolutely. So with being a confidence coach, we try to definitely focus on self-esteem building and helping them understand themselves, their feelings, and be able to actually project those and express themselves in the right and positive ways. We also teach about communication and being able to build that confidence in order to have good conversations, in order to build great relationships, in order to go out here and conquer the world. So that's basically what I do in a nutshell. We have different curriculums that cover a wide range of things that include, you know, how to present yourself in a room with confidence, how to sit in a car properly. So you learn etiquette not only just at home, setting a table, but you also learn public etiquette and public speaking. So it's a lot of things in this confidence. I know confidence is very, in a way it's a small word, but it means a lot. Kids can definitely get a lot out of the curriculum and be able to go out here and tackle the world. So that's really what my goal is for all of my students, is to be able to muster all of those things that they think they cannot achieve, learn how to achieve that, and go out here and definitely just take the world by storm, be their best person, their best self, and just do all their dreams. That's my goal for all my students.
Yeah, and she's being modest here. So talk about being modest. That's just a little bit of it. Like, what are you talking about? So all of that, yes. But one of the main things that she does is modeling. She's a model coach. She knows how to walk the runway and do all this stuff. She's got her daughters into all these different types of modeling activities and fashion shows and things. And so we think that portion is very important. So she does teach them, the model walk, how to do a T-walk, and how to pose, how to hold your head up as you're doing whatever you're doing, right?
Yes. So, it's not the confidence now. It's not the confidence. That, yes.
And through that, she's helping to build that confidence. Because if you guys could see how they were walking, right, or what they look like in the beginning of the class, right, you can see the progress. That's right. You see the progress, and you see this end result. And just as a teacher myself, yes.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, like it's so amazing. Like that is like, yes, ma'am, when you see that progression throughout the program. Yeah. It's absolutely beautiful, and I'm absolutely amazed at what Latoya brings. She's never leaving me. And if you ever try to leave me, I have to write my people, you're not doing it with love, and at least you have witnesses now.
Yeah, okay, we do. We do.
As a matter of fact, we probably got hundreds of witnesses. So that portion is just absolutely amazing. And I can speak a bit on that of like why I decided to include that and why that's so big for me, this confidence piece, is because, again, little Yoshi didn't have confidence when I was younger. Oh my gosh. Testimony. And it took maybe my 20s, maybe my 20s when I actually thought, I was like, oh, well, maybe I am somebody. Yeah. Maybe I am a little cute or something. I don't know. Stop playing. So like a lot of things influenced me, like in my teenage years, like rap songs, right? And other young girls might can attest to this, all the rappers talk about light skin, big booty. And that was not me. I'm still petite, right? So imagine how it was when I was a teenager. Yeah. Right? So, like, I'm not telling my age, but I'm a little older now. I'm a little older. Everyone still thinks I'm like in my 20s. A little seasoned. Yeah, a little seasoned, right? So, if you can see like how petite I am now, think about what I was like, a little stick, like back in the day. Yeah. And then I didn't have this light skin that all the rappers, especially Lil Wayne, I'm gonna get you Lil Wayne. Yeah. Have you seen this? that they glorified, right? And you would see all the video vixens, beautiful as ever, what I thought was beauty, and I didn't look like that. Yeah. Well, I don't look like that. So maybe I'm not attractive, and then so my self-esteem was kind of low because I didn't think I fit into that mold that these rappers and everybody wanted. Yeah. So that's kind of where that confidence piece came from. I didn't really gain that until my 20s. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I am smart, I am cute. That's right. I'm cute. That's right. I love guys. You love guys. That's the baby's favorite song. If y'all remember one of the seasons when we were on Comcast 95 before, I was pregnant, had the big old belly out there on TV and stuff, and now that girl is almost 6 years old, y'all, and lost a tooth, and that's her favorite song. I love God. Yeah. You love God? What's wrong with you? So I do want to speak to the point of your background, to let people know that this is just not an even if it was, so what? It's God's purpose, right? But I do want to give accreditation to your organization by way of your education, and let people know what you do as a professional. Okay. Okay. Yes, I am currently I'm an early childhood special educator, specifically autism, and I actually just got into this field last year, and I'm loving every single bit of it. Just because I love the youth, right? I was like, well, I can do that. I love the youth, and so I've been excelling at it, and now currently I'm in my master's program as early childhood special education. So that's my credentials. But before, I've taught various grades, 2nd grade, 5th grade, all the grades. But that was normally as a board sub, and that kind of that's kind of what got me into wanting to continue in education. I was a sub for a very long time, whether it was a permanent sub, board sub, all that fun stuff, right? And so my love of dance and teaching dance, it kind of went over to, hey, well, maybe I could teach academics too, because that is so important, and which that's another part of Yoshi Kidz Youth Academy, is that we also focus on academics as well. We do tutoring and academics, and so which, you know, with our babies, we have to incorporate all of that.
That's
you
right.
know, especially with some of the test scores we might see these days, and after COVID, you know, a lot of the test scores came down and things, and so, you know, definitely trying to get that back up, because we can do whatever the next person can do.
That's right. That's right.
You know, and then also I've been reading interventionist. I'm really big on reading. That's like reading and math. Those are really huge, especially in our community, babies. That's really important. And yeah, so we're opening up that tutoring with Yoshi Kidz Youth Academy. So that's my background as far as
and you can
education.
find information about the tutor opportunities and more information, background on the organization by visiting YoshiKidsAcademy.com, and that's Yoshi Kidz with a Z.
The Z.
Okay? Yes. And so let's talk about, I know that we have the fall camp that's coming up. But before then, you know, if you missed out on the summer fun of Yoshi Kidz Academy, you missed out on an amazing thing. You know, we have a lot of new participants on the board and in the staff, just volunteers, period. And kudos to them. So talk a little bit about that summer experience.
So all right. So what we normally have is called Saturday camp. Like that's like our main program, right? Saturday camp. So this summer we decided not to do Saturday camp. But we're such a fun organization, right? We talk about academics, we talk about doing this and doing that. We're also very fun, right? We're all energetic and I'm just a ball of.
I'm learning dance routines and how to model walk.
Right. You know, so
this is great. It's great.
So over the summer we decided to do summer field experiences, aka field trips, right? Try to make it sound real good, right? So summer field experiences where the kids would sign up, and the first trip we did, we went to Lewis Skinter Botanical Gardens. It was so beautiful out there, and we just try to get kids to do things that they're not necessarily used to, or things that they may not have done before. Like at Lewis Skinter, they had the butterfly exhibit, and it was so beautiful. It was just all types of things, and you might say, oh, it's a butterfly, but there's so many different types of things, there's so many different patterns, and it's just amazing to be that close. Usually not that close, it's just a whole bunch of them just flying all around you, right? So for them to experience that, and then just walking around looking at all the different types of plants and the different flowers and the different things, it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. So that was one of our field trips. We've gone to the Children's Museum. That's always awesome. I'm always having a good time. That's
I think they know Yoshi Kidz by now.
I think so.
When they hit the door, they're like,
Yoshi Kidz. That's like one of our favorite ones to go to. So that, and then we did Maymont to visit all the lovely animals and to go hiking. So that was really fun. And then our last one is actually August 19th, which is this coming Saturday, where we're doing arts and crafts at the Fairfield Area Library, the new one, you know, the big one on Laburnum. It's awesome in there, by the way.
It's really beautiful.
It's really beautiful
Shout
in there.
out to y'all.
Right?
Yeah.
So that, and then followed by going to Skateland. You know what's crazy though? A lot of our babies do not know how to skate these days. What? Yes, a lot of people do not know how to actually like skate. Like back in my day, right? My mom dropped it. We all about the same age, right? We all about the same age.
Yeah.
But back in our day, like our mom would kind of drop us off on Friday night, you know, at Skateland on Hull Street. Really, that was the one. Because I used to live like right by there, and so I'm a skater. Like I know how to do all that. But I've noticed like a lot of kids be having trouble. Oh no! So
Yeah, a little bit.
We're taking the baby skating on Saturday, and just pray for me because we might all fall down if I'm trying to help.
Listen, okay, because those little holding rods don't do you no justice either. Okay, so and just to if anybody has seen me out there on the skate ring floor, I'm not saying that I'm an expert. That was Yoshi. Yoshi, she said that.
No,
what I can do is glide with it. I can do a little bounce,
That's right.
a little, I can jig with it.
Something.
Yeah, I can do it. When I go backwards, I do the butterfly. I'm not real smooth like the roller moguls on Instagram, but I know how to skate though, and I just wanted to make it.
Can you go backwards?
No.
I can glide backwards.
See, this is why I say back in my day, because y'all know what y'all do.
I can do some stuff on skates, but now I don't go back.
I don't feel like bumping into people.
But and the falling down part, I can skip all that.
I don't want to.
So we're gonna have some fun this Saturday.
Yeah, but definitely come on out if you can make it out. Bring your baby as well. You'll be able to possibly speak to Yoshi about the program in 2 o'clock because she already said she's gonna be on the floor. So you gotta catch her. Okay.
That's right.
But in between the time, we do have a summer camp program coming up this fall. So talk a little bit about that.
So our so following the summer, so after Saturday we have what we call Saturday camp. Yay! And so that's for our fall and winter session 2023. Now we've done a lot of Saturday camps. I will say that even before Yoshi Kidz Youth Academy was officially established, right? So we're going like way, some years back where it was just a program itself. It wasn't really established the way that it is now. So we've been doing this for quite some time. But now we just have more people and more involvement, which is totally awesome because everyone's seeing this fruit and everyone is seeing how valuable it is for the youth. So what it is, again, Saturday camp, and so what they do, so now we're currently at Boys and Girls Club on Creighton Road. So it's like near the 25th Street, like Creighton area, over there. So this is our first time in this particular area. We've done it at Gather, and we've been at another Boys and Girls Club previously. So from 11:30 to 3:30, basically it's a day full of activities, right? Awesome activities. So that's that confidence building. So we incorporate LaToya with the confidence and the modeling and those types of activities. Social development, because they're all around each other, and we focus on them getting to know each other, building friendships, building lasting friendships, and just being, how to be social and how to communicate with one another. Performing arts, I handled that particular portion, and then we actually hired another performing arts instructor, so I can kind of do all the background work, which is awesome. So
I talk about growth. Growth. Glory be to God.
So the performing arts portion, and then the kidpreneurship portion with Ms. Zavi. And so it's just, and then we do free lunch, snacks, and then we also just hired, I don't know how to word that, but we hired, anyway, we just did interviews, thank you. We just did interviews for our junior assistants, junior counselors, and our marketing assistants. Right. So this portion of Yoshi Kidz is called Yoshi Kidz Tweens and Teens.
Come on!
Because the program itself is mainly it's called Littles and Biddles, ages 4 through 11. And so previously, after that, they go about their business, right? We're done with them after their elementary years, but we thought, we're like, we don't want to just lose them like after that, so we have to develop some type of program to keep them involved. We've had some junior counselors in the past, like her daughter, and another one who would come back and help out. So we've opened it up to other teams, and we just had interviews, and they were totally awesome. So we now have 2 junior assistants, 4 junior counselors, and 2 marketing assistants. So that's when you talk about growth like that, like it is like it's just totally, it just blows my mind when I think about it, and I just get super excited about it. So I'm really looking forward to this next session. We do field trips as well, and then we also have different people that come in to do workshops from the outside, whether they're an entrepreneur. Like for example, Special K has come in. Shout out to Special K. Special K. Yeah. She come in and she would do poetry with the students. Mm-hmm. And again, like one of the focuses is to expose them to things that they may not have been exposed to before, and to see if there's an interest there. And if there is an interest there, how can we help you pursue that interest? Yeah. Again, my gift may be dance, but that's not everybody's gift. So we want to figure out what your gift is, right? And how can we help you to take that to the next level?
Right? Well, Yoshi, I just want to say thank you.
This
is not our last time, but we do have to tie it up. We have another segment coming up. And so before we get out of here, let the people know how they can sign their babies up and where they can find more information to support the 501c3 organization.
Yes, how to support this 501c3 organization. You can definitely log on to our website, which is www.yoshikidzacademy.org. Kids is with a Z, all right? And then Facebook, Yoshi Kids Youth Academy. Instagram, Yoshi Kids, everything's Yoshi Kids Youth Academy.
Yeah. Well, y'all, you heard it here. It's the Talk of the Streets, y'all. I'm so grateful to be able to show you all tonight. Make sure that you tune in next Monday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 o'clock p.m. for the pre-show, y'all. You should already know. I'll be back.
We got the scoop that you want and got the platform you need. You bought your passion, making it happen, showing you off in these streets. It's the talk of the streets. Streets talk for the streets. It's the talk of the streets. Streets talk for the street. Empowering communities, encouraging to do your thing.